Guys, I want to just go over a couple of gotchas. I'm new to React and this is what I'm finding at the moment. I've built, where are we? This small demonstration app. Basically, it's a click on a box, get a detail thing going. At the moment, it's not doing anything, but we are rendering out those tours, and they come from a tour store. Will be dynamic later on. Um, you've probably seen this sort of stuff before, but the thing that I wanted to blog about was in my setup, because it's not like Angular and you don't have native routing, and I'm kind of going, well, okay, well, how do I put routing in this? And I'm going, well, actually, do I need routing? So in the days of Flash, we didn't have routing and stuff. We actually just had, panels and things that we'd bring in. So I started off here building out my app. So essentially, this renders into a single app namespace, and we've got a tour list, which is the tours listed as you can see there, and then the tour detail page there. I did interestingly try and render the tour list if show tour list was true, which I was using up here. And that worked really well. My problem is that when we try and render or hide something based on a in, on a state variable, which would be very interesting in this case because we want to hide the detail initially. But the problem is that React sees this as false and actually removes it from the DOM for you. And that gives you some problems. So none of this happens. Pretty much it caused this binding to fail. It didn't happen soon enough. Only when it got added to the DOM later was that working. So I'm at the moment looking at enforcing these always to be there, getting rid of the state in the overall app of what should be shown or hidden, but instead having the display come from, so class name, that renders out as class, so I've got now a visible state which initially will render out as hidden, and then I've got a CSS hook. So we've got, not doing something right there. Yeah, so basically should be showing stored with detail. Let me just set that to, so here we go. Here's our detail state. It's just an image and a close button for now. And if we look at it, we've got this outer lying thing, and that, when I click on a detail page, I get this little trace back, which is in tour detail line 32. So basically, this binding works, and this binding doesn't work if, as I say, it's not mounted, because obviously component will mount won't exist. Even in initial state won't work. There's nowhere where I've found that is working. I might try some other places, and the whole point of this is just showing it where I'm at with React at the moment and why I'm having that problem. So yeah, I'm going to come back with hopefully a good solution for that, but it shows some interesting things. The other thing to notice is on setting state, there is actually a callback function. Set state doesn't immediately render this component with the new value, and that's a bit of a seemed to be a bit of a thing that was an online incorrect assumption. So I just wanted to say that as well. All right, thanks for listening. I'll be back in a while, hopefully, with a better way of doing this. But it's a completely different way of working than with Angular, for example. But I'm quite liking it because the power of just having this enclosed distribution do something and render to a particular thing is very powerful. It's very componentized, of course, and they actually developed React to fit their very specific specification. And I think you've got to be careful whether you use it or not, whether it to fit that specification. If you've got like a multi-page single app, um, I would like to see some good libraries out there that handle routing or this kind of issue that you get here with things not being mounted, showing and hiding components based upon state. There may be I may be doing this wrong, but that would be good to hear as well. So, okay, thanks.